we just got out of seeing the newest Disney movie, Wish. What did you think?
I liked it.
You liked it?
I loved it.
Oh, you loved it. I loved it too.
It allows you to dream.
Yeah. This is an animated Disney movie that I've enjoyed myself since we saw Encanto, remember?
Oh yeah, since we saw Encanto. You're right.
At least when it comes to their animated movies, I enjoyed this.
It was very nice. The story was very cute, very inspiring.
Yes.
And you know what I loved? It has like the start, the plot, and the ending. Not too long, but everything is well.
Yeah, I think what we should start with. It's not a long movie.
No.
But it has the vibe of like old classic Disney films. And by that I mean it's not long and it gets to the points, like the plot points quickly. It doesn't waste time telling you who the villain is, what the main character's goals are, does that very fast.
It's very right to the point.
Yes.
Which I love.
Which gives me the vibe of older Disney movies because, they were still new, but that's kind of how plots were back then. Like, they were very quickly to the point.
You remember when you were little and we watched movies?
Like the older Disney movies, like
right.
Snow White or Cinderella.
Yes. Like the original
or
Disney.
Dalmatians. Like they're short movies and they get to the points of the plot very quickly, introduce characters.
Yes. But it was colorful.
Yes, it was a very colorful movie too.
The story was beautiful.
Yes.
Can
we
you guide me, tell me what.
Okay, wait. I want to talk about what this movie means as a movie that came out during Disney's 100th celebration, and like not like 100th film, but like the 100th year of like the company existing as a whole. And what does that mean for this movie? Like, how do you like?
What was my feedback?
Yes, because this movie has a lot of references to other Disney movies in it.
Like almost all of them.
Yeah, it's kind of like as a love letter. I felt like it was like a love letter, and
it was like a wish, like wishing.
And the whole movie's plot is like taking Disney's motto of like when you wish upon a star, because, and this is like a side tangent I want to say, is like Disney as a whole. But Disney as a whole and like as a company and what the things they make, no matter what it is, whether it be like their movies or shows or theme park or whatever. I know people nowadays like being cynical about Disney, Like people like being cynical. They're like, oh, they're falling short as a company now. Like their stocks aren't good. Like, blah, 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 like being cynical about it. I don't mean to keep using that word, but it's the best way I can describe it. But someone like myself, who's just grown up with Disney and has always, gone on vacation to Disney World, has always experienced Disney media, I've always found it difficult to be cynical about Disney because there's so much part of my childhood. And it still continues to be, a part of my life in a way. So I can't really bring myself to ever really be cynical about it.
And it teaches you how to dream. Like, it is possible to...
Like, Disney, even for the most cynical people, I want to believe Disney still holds a place in everyone's heart. As, like, this company that's, like, you dream it, you wish it, you can do it.
Right. If you're capable of thinking about it, you're capable of taking it to reality and doing it.
Yes.
That's what I get always from Disney. I always say it's my favorite,
what, like your favorite company?
I like it. I love it.
Or your favorite, like...
No, it's my favorite place because in Disney you dream.
Yes.
Like
when I go to Disney World, it is like a place where I can feel detached from the world, and I don't mean like in a bad way. I mean like for a moment, I feel like I can be allowed to just be childish and be...
Me too!
Magical. Like,
yes, me too.
And you can have your complaints about how the park is or what the company's doing. For me, I don't try to focus on that. I just try to focus on when I go and have a good time with the things I enjoy. And I still feel that way. And, you know, I hope someday when I have kids, I can keep sharing that. You know, because I'm obviously going to share Disney with my kids someday, you know. Like, something going to pass down. Disney is something you can pass down for generations. Like, that's the wonder of it.
I agree. And everybody loves that. Even you could be like cynical, you could be an adult, you could be grumpy, but when you talk about
But
Disney,
when you experience something Disney, like a movie, or you go to the theme parks or whatever, I don't understand how people can stay cynical, because maybe it's just me, but I always find myself enjoying it.
Me too. I love going to Disney and I enjoy it. And even if I'm sad, I just get there and everything is like...
Everything just feels better.
Yes, you detach from everything else because you're in a magical world.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. No, he's calm.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, but that whole tangent aside, I just wanted to say that because Wish, this movie, feels like such a love letter to Disney as a whole, because it has so many references, you know, back to the movie. And it also starts, you know, it starts with the way older Disney movies would open, with like a book, and then the book would open, give you a brief summary, and then you would get to the movie. You know, like how in Snow White and Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty and such, they would open with like books.
Right.
And Pinocchio, I think too, like they would open with books, and then the books would open, and then you would go into them and the movie would start. That's how a lot of the old Disney films would start. And that's how this movie opens. And it's like a reference to that. And I was like immediately hooked. I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. Like just referencing how older Disney movies open. And the font saying a Walt Disney production, like the older films had.
And the ending was like kind of like, oh, you know, like all the pictures. I loved it. I mean, this movie, they really
like,
did a good job.
People said this movie was mediocre. And I was watching it and I was like, okay, I can understand why, but I didn't feel like it was mediocre at all. I had a fun time with this.
Me too.
I don't know how people could say it's mediocre. I mean, I guess with Disney, people have high standards.
But I mean...
But this movie was like one big, like, love letter to the concept of Disney. If wishes and dreams can come true. Like,
Have you heard that thing that said too much? It's too much. It looks outrageous. In this movie... It's not too much.
Yes.
This movie, it's like just the right amount, you know?
Yes.
Like, they don't overdo it. That's why maybe people think it's like...
I guess that's why people don't think it's that impressive, because... But I think it does enough. Like, I think this was a fun, magical movie.
I agree.
Even if it's not top Disney standards, I still think it's a top movie to watch.
It's not like overdoing it. They're just doing it enough. You know, they giving it the right amount of what we need to enjoy the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like pretentious, like woo, you know.
No.
It has like the time. It's great because it's not like super long movie.
Yeah.
It talks about all the Disney beautiful things that Disney has.
All the beautiful things Disney stands for when it comes to dreams and your wishes.
It's simple, you know. It's maybe that's why people say, oh, because they think, oh, it has to be like pretentious but I think it's perfect. I mean, of all the movies I've seen of Disney, I think this one, they gave it the right amount of everything.
Yeah.
I don't know, my feedback. I loved everything that they did with this movie.
Yeah.
You know?
What did you think of the villain? I think it was the right amount.
I think it was for the kind of movie they made, they gave the right amount of villain. I mean, if they would have taken a hinge off, they would have messed it up.
Yes.
I think it was perfect. Everything they did, perfect. I mean, I think they gave it...
I think the villain was good. I think the protagonist, Asha, she was
good.
What did you think of, like, this little sidekicks, like the star and the talking goat?
I love the talking goat. And the star, I mean, I even want to get a star like that.
Yeah, no, it was so cute.
Right?
And it's important to the story. It's not like just like a cute sidekick.
Yeah, I loved it. I mean, trust me.
The goat wasn't like an annoying sidekick like Disney has been having recently.
No,
it was the right amount.
Right, like this is what I feel. I understand what people, because when you talk Disney, you expect.
When you talk Disney, people have this certain standard for it now
Right.
because of what it's.
But I believe this movie, they made it just perfect. It wasn't outrageous. The time was perfect. The villain, the sidekick. I liked everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed the movie. You know?
I liked all the characters. I liked her friends. I liked her family.
And
The
everybody
queen-
had the right and perfect amount of time.
They
needed.
had the right amount of screen time.
Yeah, they didn't make it too long or too. I mean, I think if they would have changed something, it would have been messed up.
Yeah. And what did you think of the queen character, the wife to the villain?
Good. Perfect. I mean, she wasn't like an important character, but she came out when it was necessary in each part.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I mean, they didn't make her like, ooh, let's make this. No.
They didn't make her like she was also evil and went along with
Right.
what he wanted. Like she eventually like rebelled against him too.
Yeah, because
And became like the queen.
Right. I loved it. I mean, the movie had the perfect. I liked
I also found it interesting because it seemed like at one point they did genuinely love each other, and he like just genuinely fell into evil and she didn't.
Yeah, because his ego.
Yeah.
That's where they put the part of the ego. Oh, the ego messed
Yeah.
him up. You know.
Yeah, his ego grew and it ruined.
I ruined it. So, because he talks to you about love, friendship, anxiety, wishing, but he also talks to you about ego.
The danger of having a big ego.
Because he was the king and people loved him and he had everything going on, but his ego, he thought it was.
I mean, it's funny because what he was doing did generally seem nice, but it just got to his head.
Right.
And that's what corrupted it.
And that's what ego does.
Yeah.
So it goes to people's head and then they just poof,
And
then
a good thing can go bad.
Exactly. And then they show her as, sincerely wanting to do the right thing. Because she wasn't even 18. She was going to turn 18.
Yeah, the main character.
It shows you, like, how adults sometimes, their ego, because they're adults and they know best.
Yeah.
But they put it in a king, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they show you a naive young girl that has dream. And she thinks she's capable of doing anything,
Yes.
So how sometimes adults should listen to younger people because they could also teach you a lot of things.
Yeah.
So that's what I got from the story. I loved it. I mean, I loved the movie. I enjoyed the movie.
Should we talk about the songs real quick? Because this is a musical.
Yeah.
I loved a lot of the songs. I love the songs.
Because they take modern songs and put the music into,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
'Cause I think there was even a Taylor Swift.
Right? No, there wasn't.
No.
No, you're thinking of one of the trailers for a movie you was.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Not in this movie.
But I loved it. I love the songs. I even like the songs. I kind of love this movie.
All of the original songs in this movie, I liked the song. They were pretty. I liked the villain's song.
Me too.
I like the song the main character sings at before she wishes on a star and the whole plot, and the reprise at the end. Okay, the third act. Usually, third acts or finales in movies kind of feel off. I don't know why, but it's like a real problem. Like they either feel off or they feel rushed or too slow. Like third acts in movies always just feel weird, right?
Right.
But here, I feel like the third act was pretty good.
Yeah, I liked it.
How they did it.
Yeah.
The first time I think like the third act was good in a movie I seen.
Yeah.
And the implication that Asha is like a fairy godmother. It's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like, and the reference to Mickey with like the star doing fireworks?
Maybe. Do you
Is that like the movie implying this is like the origin of the fairy godmother or something? Like Asha's the fairy godmother or one of them or something? Like, are all Disney movies connected secretly?
Maybe they are. We shall see what's coming up.
Like an origin? I don't know. But it's a fun little idea to have.
Yeah. I think that if Disney starts going this route, it's not bad.
No. This is a simple, fun movie that felt like a classic Disney movie, and I liked it.
Me too.
It was just a fun time.
Me too. I enjoyed it.
I guess one complaint, which isn't really a complaint, it's more like a nitpick. We don't really delve into backstories very much. Like, we get the implication that Asha's father died, but they don't really explore that much. And we don't really get a lot of the king's backstory either.
No. Yeah, but I mean, if they would have gone into that, they would have made the movie longer,
Yeah,
and it
that's
really
true.
wouldn't have played any importance, because that really didn't bother me to know.
Yeah.
You know
Also,
enough.
yeah. Also, we never found out what her mom's wish was.
No, that true. We never found out.
I felt like the wish was gonna be like something involving her daughter, or like maybe her
Me
husband.
too. Me too.
Like maybe wishing her husband would get better.
Maybe because I know like she hugs her daughter when she gets her wish.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe something about her daughter doing the right thing in life, because that's when she gets her wish, she hugs her daughter. So, but we don't really know her wish.
No, we never find out, and I mean, I feel like if you want to, you could nitpick about that, but I don't really feel like you needed to know. Like it could be up to your interpretation.
There is a lot of nitpick you could do, but
it doesn't really affect the movie.
But I mean, that is just if you want to go like into like nitpick detail. But overall, the movie was good. I mean,
it was a good movie.
It's a great movie for a family to see.
Yeah. Should we rate it?
Yeah. You want to go?
I just want to say this movie. This movie coming out the 100th anniversary of Disney, and being like, I forgot what word I wanted to use, but like the
essence, like their message.
Yeah, like essence, like the amalgamation, or like the symbol of what Disney stands for like hope and wish it and dreaming.
And dreaming, yeah.
But
so
yeah,
what are you gonna rate it?
I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10.
Okay, it's my turn.
Yes, your turn.
I'm gonna tell you something. What I love about the movie is that it gives you hope.
Yeah.
For young people, for little kids that are starting out, everything is so horrible and the stories, but you take your child to see this movie and it's like a hope movie,
like, something happy, not like so cynical.
Right, it's happy, and he could dream. I mean, it might be a star, but you're teaching him like to believe that you could dream, that dreams could come true, that there's still that sense of hope out there,
Yes.
So I'm gonna tell you the truth. I cried. I love the movie. I enjoyed the movie, and I'm gonna give it a 10.
You're gonna give it a 10 out of 10?
I'm gonna give it a 10.
Oh my god.
I apologize.
Is this the first movie? No.
I give it 10.
No, I think we gave Spider-Verse a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I think so too.
But
I love the movie. I love the hope. I mean,
this is the second time in a while you gave a movie a 10 out of 10.
I love it. I love the
This
movie.
has your full recommendation, stamp of approval?
100%.
Okay, this has our stamp of approval. Very high scoring, 9 out of 10 and 10 out of 10. So we're impressed.
Yes. So do go see it if you
can. Go
see
Wish.
Yes.
That is a recommendation.
Yes.
Okay, well, I guess that brings us to the end.
Yeah.
Good movie, good animation, good music, really great music. Love the music.
Yes.
The songs were great.
I love the message.
Yes. The message of hopes and wishes and dreams can always come true.
Yes. Go see it. Go see it. It's worthy.
Sometimes having a wish come true starts with you doing it, not
believing in yourself.
Yes. So that's it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you thought of the movie down below. This has been just some fangirl, and we are out.